Hey guys, welcome in first lecture of Ionic framework. And before we'll start actually programming, I would like to provide you a small introduction and understanding of this amazing framework. So Ionic is HTML5 mobile app development framework targeted to build hybrid mobile apps. And if you don't know what is a hybrid mobile app, I will explain it to you on wireframe. So here is a wireframe with different types of applications. We have a native apps, hybrid apps, and a web apps. Native apps are applications written in programming language that operating system of device supports. So for example, for iOS, it's a Objective-C or a Swift language. For Android, it's a Java language. And these applications are considered as a native apps. Then we have web applications, and you are pretty familiar with web application because you are running these applications through the browser. In between of these applications, we have a hybrid apps. And hybrid app is a combination of a native app and a web app because you can write this application in a different language. You can write hybrid applications in JavaScript language, you can use HTML and a CSS, and you can ship this application to your device. So you have a native wrapper around your code, and this wrapper allows you to use this application as a native app on a device and have access to all of the features of your phone as a camera, storage, and so on. Okay, so I hope you understand now hybrid apps. If you have any doubts, just write me on a Slack or in a comments. You can think of Ionic as a front-end UI framework that handles all of the look and feel and UI interactions your app needs. So basically you are bootstrapping your app development process by using Ionic Components, and you can find all of the components and documentation here on official Ionic website. And you can see all of these components are offered to you out of the box. They are handling all the interactions and they are behaving as a native components. So you cannot see a really difference between a native app and Ionic application. Alright, so this is Ionic. And I would like to show you one more wireframe of Ionic architecture. You can see on the top we have Ionic framework and Angular framework. But Ionic is front-end agnostic, so we can use whatever framework we want. We can use Angular, we can use React, because as I told you, Ionic just offered to us these amazing components that are styling our application. So in our case, we are using Ionic, Angular, and this offered to us components, templates, services. On the right side, we have a Cordova plugins that are wrapped by Ionic Native. So thanks to the Ionic Native, we can have access to camera of phone, to storage of phone, and so on. And we are basically on this layer here. So we are writing our code in a TypeScript, and we have access to all of this functionality up here. Later, when we want to run our application, our code in a TypeScript is transpiled to HTML, CSS, and a JavaScript. And this code is run in our browser, so we can view our application in the browsers. But if we want to ship our applications to smartphones, to mobile devices, we need to do some additional step, and this is done automatically by Cordova. So Cordova will compile our HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code to a code that a smartphone speaks. So that's why we can run our applications written in Ionic and basically in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript on phones. Alright guys, so that's basically it. This is Ionic architecture and Ionic framework itself. I hope you understand these explanations. If you have any additional questions or any doubts, just write me as I told you in the comments or ask in a Slack chat. So guys, I hope to see you in the next lecture.